Hello students, in our previous video we learnt what were the tricks played by Swami to escape from his father, how his father didn't allow him to divert the subject, how his father made Swami sleep in the office room. Finally, Swami was unsuccessful in diverting the attention of his father and in playing his tricks successfully. Finally, he had to go to the office room to spend a night alone. We had done this discussion in unit number 2. Let us continue the story of a hero with unit number 3. In this unit, we are going to study the three important points. They are feelings of Swami when his father forcibly made him sleep in the office room alone. Stories of devils and ghosts remembered by Swami. Dreadful experience of Swami when he was lying under the bench. First, let me start with the first point, feelings of Swami when his father forcibly made him sleep in the office room. Let us have the vocabulary words and their meanings. Cut off, it is phrasal verb. It means to cause a person or place to become separate or cause someone to be or feel alone. Humanity, which is noun here, which means understanding and kindness towards other people. Strain, noun, that means force or influence that stretches, pulls, or puts pressure on something, sometimes causing damage. Cruelty, noun, which means cruel behavior or a cruel action. Spare, that's verb here, which means not to harm someone or to save. With the information of the meanings of difficult words, let us read the paragraph number 10. Swami felt cut off from humanity. He was pained and angry. He didn't like the strain of cruelty he saw in his father's nature. He hated the newspaper for printing the tiger story. He wished that the tiger had not spared the boy, who didn't appear to be a boy after all, but a monster. Now let us understand the meaning of this paragraph with the explanation. Swami felt alone from humanity. He experienced pain and became very angry. He saw cruelty in his father's nature. He didn't like the strain of that cruelty. His father looked like a cruel person to him. Swami felt that his father was not showing any kind of humanity to him. His father looked like a cruel person to him. Swami considered his father a cruel person who was not showing any kind of humanity to him, even though he requested several times to his father. He hated the newspaper for printing Tiger's story. Swami didn't like the newspaper because it printed the tiger story, which put Swami into a trouble. That boy of newspaper report didn't appear to be a boy after all for Swami. That boy who appeared in the newspaper report, he didn't look like a boy to Swami. He looked like a monster to him. That boy looked like a monster to him. It means Swami considered that boy a monster. He wished that the tiger hadn't spared the boy. Next point that has to be studied here is stories of devils and ghosts remembered by Swami. It's also very important point that we come across in unit number 3. The stories of devils and ghosts remembered by Swami. Let's have the brief information regarding the difficult words. Advance, which is verb here, which means to go or move something forward. or to develop or improve something. Spat out, which is verb here, to force out the contents of the mouth, especially saliva. But here in this lesson is here in this lesson the meaning of this word is to force out the blood from the mouth. Chum, noun meaning is a good friend. So informally this word is used, especially among children. Faint, adjective, which means to feel weak as if you are about to become unconscious. Strain, verb here, to travel along a route that was not originally intended or to move outside a limited area. Cast, which is verb here, to send light or shadow, an area of darkness, in a particular direction. Stillness, which is noun here, when it is quiet and calm. Calmness and quietness is nothing but the stillness. So with this information of the difficult words and their meanings, let us read the paragraph number 11 aloud. As the night advanced and the silence in the house deepened, his heart beat faster. He remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts he had heard in his life, how often his money had seen the devil in the banyan tree at his street end, and what about poor Muniswami's father who spat out blood because the devil near the river's edge slapped his cheek when he was returning home late one night. And so on and on his thoughts continued. He was faint with fear. A ray of light from the street lamp strayed in and cast shadows on the wall. Let's understand this paragraph with the explanation. The silence in the house deepened. The silence in the house became more. Swami's heart beat faster as the night advanced. As the night continued, the Swami's heart started to beat faster. He remembered all the heard stories of devils and ghosts in his life. Swami had already remembered all the heard stories of devils and ghosts when he went to the office room to sleep at the night. When the silence at the night deepened, all heard stories of devils and ghosts came to his mind. He remembered his good friend Mani and his observation of devil on the banyan tree at the street end. He remembered the story that Mani had told about the devil which the Mani had seen on the banyan tree at the street end. He also recalled blood spitting and cheek slapping story of Muniswami's father by a ghost near the river's edge when he was returning home late one night. Once Muniswami's father was returning back to his house late one night. Suddenly he met with a devil. That devil made him to spat out blood and it slapped him. So he Swami remembered the story of Muniswami's father and his meeting with the devil and the attack which was done by a devil on Muniswami's father. Those type of thoughts continued in Swami's mind. Those stories created fear in him and threatened him a lot. He felt completely weak and nervous due to the great fear. Swami was completely weak person and he became completely nervous because of having very fearful stories of ghosts and devils in his mind. A ray of light from the street lamp moved in and cast shadows on the wall. A ray of light came from street lamps that moved and cast shadows on the wall. That picture also created fear in the mind of Swami when he was sleeping alone in the office room. Let us move on to the next paragraph. Before we understand that paragraph, again it's our duty to look at the difficult words and their meanings. Ticking. When a clock or watch ticks, it makes a sound every second. It means the tick tock sound of a clock. Rustle, that's noun here, which means the sound made by the movement of the things such as leaves or paper. Here, the sound made by the movement of the leaves. Vague, that's adjective, which means not clearly expressed. Noun, described, not clear in shape or not clearly seen. Here, the meaning of the word vague is unclear. Humming, that's noun here, which means making a continuous low sound. Instance, that's noun here, which means a particular situation, event, or fact, especially an example of something that happens generally. Carry off, carried off. Carry off is present tense, carried off is past tense, which means to succeed in doing or achieving something difficult. Carry means to transport or take something from one place to another away. Siam. Siam is nothing but the Thailand. The present Thailand is the Siam. Now let us read the paragraph. Actually, I have broken the paragraph for making students understand the concept very clearly. Through the stillness, all kinds of noises reached his ears: the ticking of the clock, rustle of trees, snoring sounds, and some vague night insects humming. He covered himself so completely that he could hardly breathe. Every moment he expected the devils to come up to carry him away. There was the instance of his old friend in the fourth class who suddenly disappeared and was said to have been carried off by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. Now let us understand the meaning of the paragraph. Through the stillness, all kinds of noises reached his ears. In the complete calmness of night, Swami got the different kinds of voices, the different kinds of sounds. Swami's ears caught different kinds of noises in the complete stillness of night. Ticking sound of the clock, rustle of trees, snoring sounds of sleeping people, and humming sounds of insects created fear in Swami. Swami heard these all sounds, which created fear in the mind of Swami. He covered himself so completely, he was unable to breathe properly. He felt his carriage by the devils away. He felt that devils would come and definitely take him away and do something harm to him. He expected the arrival of devil and his murder by it. He also recalled the incident of his fourth class old disappeared friend and his kidnapped by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. He also remembered the story, incident of his fourth class friend who was disappeared suddenly, who was kidnapped by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. Next point that has to be studied here in unit number 3 is dreadful experience of Swami when he was lying under the bench. Meanings of difficult words are crouch, verb it is, which means lower the body close to the ground. Compact, adjective, which means consisting of parts that are positioned together closely or in a tidy way using very little space. Reassuring, adjective, which means making you feel less worried. Reassurance, noun form, that means to make someone feel calmer or to make someone less frightened. Encased, that's verb here, which means to cover ourselves closely. So here Swami covered himself very closely. Rack, that's verb here, to make someone suffer great mental pain. Nightmare, which means a frightening dream, that's noun here. Chase, that's verb here, which means to hurry after someone or something in order to catch them. Desperately, do something with no hope. The meaning of the word desperately means do something with no hope. Hopeless work it is. Class, that's noun here, which means one of the sharp curved nails at the end of each of the toes of some animals and birds. Thud, that's noun here, which means the sound that is made when something heavy falls or hits something else. Threaten, which means to tell someone that you will kill or hurt them or cause problems for them if they do not do what you want. So, with the information of the difficult words of this paragraph, let us read the paragraph. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench and crouched there. It seemed to be a much safer place, more compact and reassuring. He shut his eyes tight and encased himself in the blanket once again, and, unknown to himself, fell asleep. And in sleep was racked with nightmares. A tiger was chasing him. His feet stuck to the ground. He desperately tried to escape, but his feet wouldn't move. The tiger was at his back, and he could hear its claws scratch the ground, scratch, scratch, and then a loud thud. Swami tried to open his eyes, but his eyelids wouldn't open, and the nightmare continued. It threatened to continue forever. Swami groaned in despair. With this, the 12th paragraph ends. Now, let us try to understand the meaning of 12th paragraph. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench. He went under the bench and crouched there. The place under the bench seemed to be a much safer for Swami, more compact and reassuring place for him. He closed his eyes tight, covered his body with a blanket once again, and fell asleep. He started to sleep with lot of fear. Nightmares. Nightmares means frightening dreams troubled him a lot. Swami started to have the nightmares in his sleep. In the dream, a tiger chased him. In that frightening dream, tiger started to follow the Swami, started to chase him. His feet stuck to the ground. He was unable to move. Swami tried to escape, but he was unable to move because his feet stuck to the ground. He was unable to move and escape from the tiger. The tiger was at his back and scratched the ground with its claws repeatedly. It made a loud sound. It made a thud. His feet stuck to the ground. Swami was completely filled with the fear when the tiger was scratching the ground and making repeatedly the loud sounds. So these all things created a lot of fear in the mind of Swami in his dream. He tried to open his eyes, but he could not do that. The terrific dream continued. It threatened to continue forever. Swami made painful sounds in total despair. Completely, Swami lost the hope of his safety and he started to make painful sounds. Now let us continue the discussion with next paragraph. Let's have the meaning of difficult words. Desperate, that's adjective, which means very serious or bad, very great or extreme. Rustling, that means the sound that paper or leaves make when they move, that's noun meaning. Stare means to look for a long time with the eyes wide open, especially when surprised, frightened, or thinking. Gaze. It is verb here, which means to look at something or someone for a long time, especially in surprise, admiration. Crawl, that's verb here, which means to move slowly or with difficulty, especially with the body stretched out along the ground or on hands and knees. Mortal weapon, that's noun here, which means deadly weapon. So with this information, let us read the paragraph number 13 aloud. With a desperate effort, he opened his eyes. He put his hand out to feel his granny's presence at his side as was his habit, but he only touched the wooden leg of the bench, and his lonely state came back to him. He sweated with fright. And now, what was this rustling? He moved to the edge of the bench and stared into the darkness. Something was moving down. He lay gazing at it in horror. His end had come. He realized that the devil would presently pull him out and tear him. And so, why should he wait? As it came nearer, he crawled out from under the bench, hugged it with all his might, and used his teeth on it like a mortal weapon. The meaning of this paragraph is he opened his eyes with a great effort. With lot of effort, he could open his eyes and put his hand out to feel his granny's presence at his side. He tried to feel his granny's presence by stretching his hands. He could not get granny beside him. He couldn't touch the body of his granny because he was sleeping alone in the office room at night. He could only touch the wooden leg of the bench. His lonely state came back to him. He sweated with fright. He heard the moving sound of somebody. He was frightened to see the moving creature in the room. He continuously gazed at it in horror. He continuously, fixedly looked at the moving object which was making movements in the room. He considered it a devil and thought of his murder by it. He was totally feared that devil had come to the office room for the purpose of only killing him. He decided not to make delay. He crawled out from the bench as the moving creature came nearer and hugged it very tightly. He decided not to make any delay. He totally understood that his death was very near. He was at the door of the death. So he decided to attack on that moving object. So he crawled out from the bench as the moving creature just came very nearer and nearer to him. He strongly and with lot of power he hugged it very tightly. He beat it very strongly. He used his teeth like deadly weapons to bite. Finally, he bit that moving creature very tightly. He used his teeth to bite like the mortal weapons. Thanks for watching this video. I hope if you have already enjoyed this video, if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and share my video. Give your feedback in the comment box. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you one and all.